Hey everyone, just gonna check the focus here for a second. Okay, I think we're good. In my last vlog, I shared with you that I was knitting a sweater for my oldest daughter, the second sweater that I've made her this year, and I plan to make maybe 2 or 3 more, but I finished the sweater. This is called Buttons by Danny Sunshine, and it's intended to be knitted in such a way that you are attaching buttons onto that reverse stockinette stitch panel that's in front as you knit along. There's a chart that you can follow, and I think the buttons look really cute. I was tempted to try it, but I liked the shape of the sweater on its own. I thought it would make a really nice sweater for her to wear, especially with her dresses and her leggings, because she likes to rock that look. And she does it year round. And then the other thing is that I only had enough yarn to make a sweater that was so big. So I chose to kind of knit this in such a way that the sleeves were nice and long, because I feel like the trick to making sweaters for kids is to make sure that the sleeves are really long. But that the body itself, which fits her just perfectly right now, will fit in a cropped way as she gets older. It could be that if she outgrows the sleeves, which is possible, if I had had a little bit more yarn, I would have knit the sleeves a little longer. But this is how much yarn I had left. So I won yarn chicken this time. But it could be that, you know, she grows out of the sleeves and then they're more like bracelet sleeves or 3/4 sleeves. And I still think that she could wear this like that with her dresses. So I hope that this will last her for quite a while. This yarn was an absolute joy to work with. I think I mentioned that in the last video. It only has 10% Angora and the rest is CBM and I think it was Cordale. But you can really feel that Angora throughout. And there's a little bit of a halo. I don't know if you can see that at all. But I think that the halo will continue to develop as she wears it. So if I forgot to mention it, this yarn is one that I got from Angora Moose on Instagram. I will put her information here in the down bar. I'm not sure if she has it listed in her shop right now, but if she ever does list it again, you should definitely, I would highly recommend knitting with this because it's like butter. We've actually been taking it pretty easy with the homestead projects over the past month or so, but we did finally finish our pasture fencing. which means the chickens and the goats get more grass to eat and fertilize. So we've been going out after dinner just to hang out with the goats and explore. So believe it or not, I actually knit up and finished a whole another project in the time since I spoke to you last. And for this, I finally cracked into this beautiful handspun that I purchased from Vanessa. And I'll put her Instagram handle and she's got a YouTube knitting podcast. It's really beautiful. You should check it out. She does a lot of natural dyeing, and sometimes she offers handspun too. It's just really special yarn, and when she listed this, I couldn't help myself. The minute I opened the package for it, I thought, this wants to be a shawl. And I think that was really the best choice because, you know, if I tried to knit a sweater or something like that, I couldn't get more of it, you know. So a shawl is really forgiving in that you can make it as large or small as you want. So I went ahead and chose the Berta shawl by Amy Christophers, which is a garter stitch lace shawl. And I decided that if there was any left over, I was going to add fringe. So I wasn't able to actually do the amount of repeats that she has listed in the pattern because I could tell that I was kind of running low on yarn. So I stopped short, probably, I think you're supposed to do like 8 repeats of the lace chart, and I stopped at like 6. And I did have a little bit left over, but it wasn't much. So I made just the tiniest little fringe. So this yarn is a DK weight. It's 200 grams total, 2-ply. It was 50% merino and mulberry silk and 50% Surrey alpaca. And it's just, I love it. I'm gonna put it on. It's really hot outside. So I just took this off the blocking mats, and so I'm gonna probably trim any of these pieces that are too long, and I still have to weave in just this final end here in the middle. But I was really pleased because I was able to use, I was able to use every last bit of yarn in this shawl, and I could even turn this little guy, after I weave it in, into part of the fringe. So yeah, if you are on Instagram or YouTube, check her out here. She has beautiful work, whether it's natural dyeing or hand spun, and also this pattern, the Berta pattern by Amy Christophers, is actually a free pattern. So I recommend that as well. So we're entering the time of year where last year fires were a huge issue for us. And so we're just doing our best to prepare and to do what we can, and whatever happens, happens. And for now, we're just enjoying the harvest and being outside as much as possible. See you next time.